holidays can be a wonderful time for some people, but really difficult times for others. Each year brings its own set of challenges as well. I have Brian Mears, the president, founder, and CEO of Alleviant Integrated Mental Health, joining me now. Let's kind of start with what we're seeing this time of year in terms of mental health.
Well, Nicole, different people respond differently to the holidays. For some people, it's a time of gratitude and excitement and connectedness. And for others, well, it can be a very stressful time, anxiety-provoking, lonely, and just people need a lot of help.
And that's a good point right there. And so many people start to kind of shift that mindset, right, and set the tone for the holidays. Where does some of that actually begin?
Well, I like to think with gratitude. So the opposite of focusing on self would be focusing on others. But let's start with gratitude. If we can take 30 seconds and notice what's right in front of us, not what's beyond the moment, not thinking tomorrow, but right now, being present in the moment, well, our brain can start to respond very positively to the stress that is all around us. And we can create great emotional stability just by focusing on right here, right now.
I love that, and I always say gratitude and stress can't live in the brain at the same time,
yes.
So be grateful first. And a lot of people tell me this season, it just feels busy. Sometimes it's hard to put gratitude first, but they get into January, they kind of wonder where it all went. Let's kind of talk about, what does that present look like?
Well, being present is difficult in today's world. We're always thinking about the next task. We're always rushing through the moments. But I ask you to slow down. Think about here and now. Be mindful of the very moment. That can look like, don't multitask when you're focusing on somebody else. That means when you're sitting down at the dinner table, look at each other in the eye. Put your phone away. Don't have it on the table. And just enjoy the moment that you're in.
And you talk a lot about focusing on others here. That's what the holidays are for after all. So why is it so important that we do that in addition to ourselves?
Well, because when we're in our own head, ruminating on our own loneliness, it provokes more and more stress. When we can just take a moment to look outside of ourselves and look at somebody else, it can create this amazing reward cycle in our brain. So I encourage you to do something really simple. Reach out to a neighbor. Give somebody a positive statement. Buy somebody a cup of coffee. Do something for someone else, like volunteer an hour of your time. And it can create this wonderful dopamine loop in our brain that helps us feel much, much better.
And really quickly, for someone who's listening and might still feel kind of overwhelmed, that's where you at Alleviant come in. So talk to me about that.
That's right. Well, the holidays can be very stressful. We understand that. I just want everybody to know you are not alone. This is a stressful period of the year for many. If you're struggling with that stress and you just don't know what to do about it, seek us. We're the professionals that can help you walk through this. And I would encourage you to go to Alleviant.com for more information.
And you can also scan that QR code right there on your screen. This time of year, busy for all of us, but Alleviant's here to help. We're here to help each other. So go ahead and do that today.